Wildcats kick it into high gear for charity. One Wildcat is moving on to new adventures, and exams are an everyday thing in May.
And we take a look back at what this school means to us. Welcome to Cypress Woods High School, home of the Wildcats. You're watching CDub today.
Welcome to our last episode of CDub today of the entire school year. I'm Nicole Howard.
And I'm Dakota Morris from CDub Media. We're excited to be back one more time as the AVP1 students take over this episode. Hey Nicole, did you compete in the Kickball Tournament?
I did. Every year, Cypress Woods hosts a charity kickball event for students to take part in. This year, the event was dedicated to our very own
Major Wanda Ewing
and Mr. Ericschlerman.
Find out what Eddie had to say about this amazing event.
These Wildcats are back in action for the annual Kickball Tournament happening here at the Woods.
This is the most we've ever had, team entries ever in the history of the Kickball Tournament, and all for a good cause to go to a charity.
Repeaters as well as first-time participants had an amazing experience.
I didn't play last year, so this is like my first year doing it. It's awesome. I love the team, love the sponsors. It's like a really good community thing, you know?
The proceeds for this year's event went to a special organization.
For the Children's Assessment Charity in Houston, it's where the neglected and abused children are taken by CPS and they're taken care of, and so we're donating all of our monies there today.
The event was also dedicated to Major Ewing and Mr. Schlerman, who sadly passed away this past year.
I never really got to meet these teachers, but I only heard great things about them. So I think that making them in honor of them is, really nice, and a tribute to their families as well.
These Wildcats proved today that they can always give that 212 spirit, even on the hottest days. Reporting for CDub Media, I'm Eddie Lopez.
Test-taking strategies, cramming, and plenty of procrastination have been in full swing this month because students have been prepping for their advanced placement exams. Walker has more to say on this subject.
The month of May is filled with exams, and our Wildcats have been working hard getting ready for the advanced placement exams.
We worked all year on every aspect that would be covered on the exam, practicing writing essays over and over and over. And, that's pretty much what the exam is.
Although students are not required to take the exam, the benefits are clear.
I think they're a good opportunity to save money for college. While you're in college, you don't have to take the class. So save time also.
If you don't take the AP exam in an AP class, in my opinion, you're just sitting in a hard class without really getting the reward for it.
Scoring well is important, but it's not the only reason to take the exam.
It doesn't even matter what score you make, but just they see that you have put in the effort and tried to take the test, tried to take this college level test, and it helps, towards college admissions. Just the fact that you attempted it.
Preparation is key in successfully completing the examination process.
I think I'm going to do pretty good because I feel like I'm pretty prepared for all of them, whereas last year I didn't prepare and it kind of sucked.
Only time will tell how our Wildcats did, but the 212 effort was evident. Reporting for CDub Media, I'm Walker Gibbs.
Retiring for teachers can be bittersweet. Moving on to other endeavors can be exciting, but it can also be hard to say goodbye.
As the school year ends, we say goodbye to our Wildcats and wish them well for their respective futures. This year, we're not just saying goodbye to students, but also a beloved longtime teacher, Mrs. Puckett.
My first year to teach here was 2007, so that's probably been about 15 years. I was excited to come here initially, and it has been wonderful. All 15 years has been wonderful.
And although she has enjoyed her time at Cy Woods, she is looking forward to what comes next.
Well, my husband is already retired, and so I look forward to spending time with him. We're going to travel. Our first plans are to travel during the fall, when normally I'd be at school. So we're going to Minnesota. We've rented a cabin on a lake. Then we're going to go to Yellowstone, and right before they close for winter, so kind of the last week in September. Anyway, so I'm kind of excited to do things I normally can't do during a school year. So.
Mrs. Puckett has made many memories with students, and her impact at this school will be cherished forever.
One memorable thing that's happened in her class, I mean, I can always go for one of her amazing stories. They help to kind of keep us engaged while we're learning, because, I mean, math can sometimes be a little boring, but Ms. Puckett helps to make sure that's not a problem.
We wish Mrs. Puckett a happy and healthy retirement. The positive effects she's had on her students will not go unnoticed.
I'm very happy that I got to have her this year, and I'm very sad that she'll be leaving Cywoods, but I know that she's left a big impact on every one of her students.
Reporting for CDub Media, I'm Jaden Red.
It's time for a monthly segment of Into the Woods, where we dive deeper into the activities offered here at the Woods. However, for this episode, we make a slight deviation from the norm. This month, we talk about our seniors, and as they look back over their years at Cywoods. Check it out.
Being involved here at Woods and the culture we have built has been the best high school experience I think anyone can ask for.
I've loved my time at Cywoods. Everything I've gone through and done, it's been fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better 4 years. I think the people here, the culture we've built here, I think that's absolutely shaped me into how I am now and how I'm going to carry forward with my life.
My friends, you know, they've been real good to me. My teachers have been real good to me. My coach has been really good to me. It's been like another family here at school. Yeah, there was a lot of cool events that happened here at Cywoods.
For me, football games is my favorite time of the year. Spirit trains, pep rallies, that's where all of my favorite memories have come from, for sure. Events that we do throughout the year is the week of homecoming, all the spirit days leading up, and then of course Mom and Garter Day and the parade. Obviously the game and then the dance, but that whole week we all come together as a school and we show all of our school spirit, and it's a super fun week.
No, thanks for the last 4 years. I can't believe I graduate in just in 18 days. I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to move on yet, but you know what? It's time to go to the next place, next part of my life, and I'm thankful that Cywoods was my high school.
We want to thank you for watching us this season. It's been so much fun bringing our stories to our community. Now, it's where we usually say that wraps it up, Wildcats.
But before we go, we wanted to take a special moment to honor another one of our Wildcats. AVP teacher Lori Andrade has more to say on this.
Earlier this semester, our Wildcat family lost a beloved teacher in the social studies department, Mr. Ericschlerman. Ericschlerman taught world history at Cywoods for 15 years and was an educator for a total of 23 years at both the junior high and high school level. An esteemed team member and colleague, Eric was not only admired and revered by his fellow teachers, he was loved and respected by his students as well. Many teachers discovered that their own love of learning makes them passionate about teaching, and Eric was no exception. He was in this profession for all the right reasons, to share his love of history and learning while making a difference in the lives of kids. Loyal and dependable, Eric's work ethic was second to none. He was the kind of person who always thought of others first and was always willing to help out in any way he could. He not only shared with his students his vast knowledge of history, but also engaged and captivated them with interesting stories he would tell to make the content more relatable and relevant to them. Well known for his love of heavy metal, his students often said how much they enjoyed coming to his class because of how he joked around and used music and humor to brighten the mood of the class. Eric would have celebrated his 50th birthday at the beginning of this month. Teaching was truly Eric's life's work. He will surely be missed, but never forgotten. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Rest in peace, Eric.